Okay, we talk quite a bit. Anybody that follows me knows that the pace concept, the green, red, and yellow light, and that's talking about the lineman and when to pierce and go after a linebacker. Okay, but I want to talk a little bit about the tempo, the play, the actual 11 on 11. And to me, there's three types of plays. There's a slow play, for example, pin and pull or toss sweep. There's a fast play, some sort of dive or wishbone dive or A-gap run. And then there's a medium tempo play, the C-gap run, okay? And just want to talk about how these tempos affect what we're doing here, okay? So, for example, this is an A-gap zone, okay? The accordion or zone side and the veer side. Okay, and that action is going to pull the linebacker, will hopefully pull the linebacker. But what we want to do is get this thing a double team. And to me, a double team is one guy with help. Okay, 1.5, it's not really a double team. But what we're going to do is the shoulder roll, all the things we talk about, the slide step, the shoulder roll, be the rock, boom. Because we know the linebacker shouldn't run. And if he's running, somebody's coming to it. All right, but what we're trying to do is punch this thing, get some punch to isolate the read key for the quarterback. Okay, so it's important to get punch here more than anything. Okay, oh, I shouldn't say that. The most important thing is not to get split. The second most important thing is no TFLs, and the next most important thing is to get punch to isolate this man, make it an easy read. Okay, freeze him and give the ball, or make him attack the read, the tailback, so that the quarterback can pull it and get around the edge. All right, so the tempo of the play affects the technique. Okay, it's not just leverage. All right, you watch the Wake Forest and the slow mesh. Well, they're not going to do it anymore. But the slow mesh Wake Forest, Nick Tobacco, a good friend of mine. Okay, they're not really doing this. Okay, because the mesh is occurring back here, and they're literally walking. Okay, and this guy just picks his way through if he actually gets the ball. Okay, now let's go down to C-gap. And when we first put in C-gap, we didn't even have to block this guy. We didn't feel we did. If we could get outside the 3 technique with the scoot, we were in business. But what we wanted to do is freeze him or threaten him. Okay, and it's hard to threaten him if there's an overhang guy out here. Okay, but if that thing's empty, he'll get threatened. Okay, and all the other stuff, the safeties and whatever, are going to tell you something's going on. But let's just say it's a too high safety. Okay, with no overhang. Okay, so what we wanted to do is have the mesh occur way over here. Okay, so that this guy wasn't sure, should I bend and try and get into play? Or should I contain, or should I just sit there? And sitting there was fine. We felt even a bender, if we did a good job here, wouldn't get involved in the C-gap run. Okay, unless it brought itself back for some reason and gave him a shot. But the mesh, to having the quarterback in the back hide the ball, should be enough to freeze this dude. And the point I'm trying to get to is this thing is totally different. The assignments are the same guy's blocking the same guy, but they won't block him the same way. So the point being, the tempo of the play does affect the technique. It's not just leverage. All right, here we'd have Apaches, heat Apache in circle, skip arc or just plain arc. This guy would go find himself in air because as he starts his arc block, he's in air, gets square. Uses the one arm, the Heisman, the long arm right here to jam this thing up. If it's escaping, then he gallops at an angle, assuming that the backer is going to get moved by the action of the back. Okay, but he's not going to smoke out of there. He's going to hang around and wait because he's in the red light, square to air. Then he's going to go get this guy. Okay, and when it's split second timing. You just got to practice it. You'll get the hang of it. Anyway. A little bit different than this, even though the assignments are the same, because of the tempo.